Hello and welcome to today's channeling stream, members only channeling stream. So, let me just prepare my chat here. I didn't do that first. So, here we are. Just loading, I believe. Wonderful. Okay. So we do have, again, we have a bit of limited time today in terms of, oh, the chat's not the chat. So we do have a bit of limited time today in terms of, let's see, it's 8:30. We should be done by around 10, maybe just after 10. So we have just over 1.5 hours, I would say. We have just over 1.5 hours here. What I wanted to do was get back to the list from last time. It's pretty easy to find. Just gives me a nice indication of who's onto their second channeling, because then I can plan the next stream more easily if I have that. Oh no, I can't find it. Just bear with me one moment. But yes, just comment in the chat who you would like channeling whilst you wait. That would be fine. And I'll read the messages in just a moment. I thought that this one was upside down, and that's why it'd be easier to find. It's looking like that's not the case. Where are they? Where are they? There they are. There they are. Kevin, Sid. This is a list. This list's over here somewhere. Yes, so we have Miss Venus, we have Marianne, Dupree, Sarah, Jan, Kevin, Sid, Kieran, and Pooja. And I've made a note about Miss Venus's second channeling. That will be first if she's here, which I believe she is. So let's get a list going. It will be first because I didn't get around to it last time. That's what it is. And that's Miss Venus's second one. So just make a note that it's the second one. And it's Canella. Please, if you are wanting to change that now, of course, you're very welcome to let me know. Then we have, let's see. We have Jan. So this will be Jan's second one as well. And Jasmine, you haven't had one yet. So Jasmine will be your first one. And I'll have to make a note of that so that I know for the next one. I think that's all. We have 3 people. Perfect. That's wonderful. Definitely going to be done in time. I'm sure a few more people will jump in. So we'll just have to check if people are jumping in, if they're hot, if they're root, if they've had one, or if it's their second one. That's the only thing I need to try to keep organised with. So yeah. So we have 3 people. Jan, have you said who it is this time? POI. Subconscious and conscious and emotions. Since we did highest level only last time, to curious and how those compare and contrast. Okay. And Jasmine, challenge from Phil. Okay. So we have Phil there. TF. TF anniversary. So I'd like to know if he's still planning on making our relationship manifest in the physical, and what's going on in his head. Is there a future for us? Okay. Can I do 2 on streams? And I've got typed up one for the stream before. If you didn't get a typed up one for the stream before the last one, please message me, because I think I missed 2 people off that and I wasn't sure. One thing, I need to get back to being very organised. When I started this channel, I was like super organised, like too organised. And I've definitely slipped a little bit in being organised. So if you didn't get the typed up one, please do message me. But you may get 2 on this one. Bear in mind, we only have 3 people at the moment. So if if Jasmine wants another one, of course you can. So that's perfect. So we'll get right into it, because you know it's a member stream. Everyone pretty much gets the gist of what's going on here, so you don't need to be explaining for too long or blabbing on for too long. You can jump right into it. Simply just trying to be a bit more organised. That's the only thing. So yeah, beginning with Miss Venus. I've got some posts up about streams and things, and you know what we have left to plan for this month. Hoping to get another candle wax reading in if you didn't get candle wax reading, but I'm struggling for getting a late time for you guys, so that might be difficult. And also getting in another heart crystal ball. I'm struggling to get a late time, you know, like 9 p.m. It's 8:30 now. This is a good time for you guys. I have times like 2 p.m. available, and that's probably not going to work for you guys, I don't think. So it's a bit difficult to do, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Venus, I will get my Facebook Messenger up now. Thank you very much. Beautiful, so beautiful. How cute. Okay, let's begin with this one. Okay. So it was really quite sweet. Um, I was picking up things like very visually as well with this, so I just wrote like kind of everything that came through. Hopefully you can maybe give me a bit of input in some things that were kind of I wasn't 100% certain about. So first of all, we had that she was so seeing very visually like her spirit being wrapped in this energy that looks like pink ribbons. It looks like she's wrapped in pink ribbons, like very loosely, kind of floating there with pink ribbons wrapped around her. Still healing, but well. So it's still a healing process happening, but it's going very well. Um, there was really an energy of her being very understanding and aware of what was going on, which, to be fair, um, it is a little bit kind of um, more common for animals, like the things I'm going to mention here in their healing process. It tends to be quicker than ours. They tend to be more understanding and accepting, whereas we might be very resistant, to it. A lot of humans can be very resistant to going through that process and really struggle with that process, which is very kind of understanding and aware. She does express missing you, so there's definitely like a missing energy, missing earthly life, but already adjusting very well, which, like I said, it is common for animals to, although they have this these connections, these love connections, they're very kind of understanding. They have a deeper understanding a lot of the time. Um, she expresses loving you, and there's also other people who she's thinking of, and there's a home that she's thinking of, and it seems to be a home where she spent most of her time. Don't feel like that's your home, although it could be wrong there, but it feels like there's more people in this home, different people in this home, who she's also expressing kind of like a love and kind of missing feeling of. So yeah, that might resonate in some way. Somewhere where she spent it might not be most of her time, but a lot of her time. It does seem like she spent a lot of her time in this space, where she's really kind of reminiscing about that space a little bit. Um, a message about another animal as well, and I was kind of trying to hone in on this other animal. At first I was feeling this is an earthly animal that she's still going on about people she's missing and loving here, or being spirits that she's missing and loving, because she was kind of bringing up this other animal, and I was thinking, is this maybe an animal that she sees on daily walks, or an animal that she another animal that was in this home at some point. But I was beginning to feel more like this was another animal that had previously passed, like she's connecting with it in spirit, um, not reminiscing about it. So don't know if either of those kind of resonates with you. I was leaning more towards um, the in spirit animal with that when that was coming through. Um, and there's also an apology, but I really wanted to express this apology in a way where that she was really putting it through, because the thing is that um, it's an apology, but it's not in the sense that she feels bad or she thinks she's done anything wrong. Okay, so don't feel like guilty or anything when you're hearing apology, because often when we say apology, we're thinking that person's apologising because they've done something wrong. But she doesn't feel like she's done anything wrong, but it's like she still feels like she should express being apologetic, because for the reason of, she says she wanted to and tried to hold on for longer. So there's definitely this energy of I didn't really want to go that soon. I wanted to hold on and be around you for like a longer period, be in this earthly life, be with these people. There's a great happiness in that, like almost like an understanding that this is going to happen one day. Like we have that understanding, but there's like an energy of really still wanting to hold on. And there's an apology about that. But again, she doesn't feel bad, so don't worry. But it's just kind of like, I really wanted to hold on for longer. I'm sorry that I couldn't do that. So my parents' home where she passed, that was her backyard, and my parents and brothers lived there. Okay, so they're the other people. Yeah, was feeling a male energy there as well. A cat. Yes, I wasn't really. I was having trouble with that other animal. I was like, is this an earthly animal? Is this a past animal? Really feel like it's a past animal. I'm really leaning to that. Is the cat past? Did she have connection with the cat? Because it really does feel like it's definitely an animal spirit. I would have I would have said smaller animal, like maybe a small dog, or like you're saying, a cat. Does feel a bit small, like a small in size animal. So cat's possible. Who passed away at the same time. Yes. Yeah, that really resonates. That does resonate, because I do rarely feel that it's. And also, if they're together now, that what you're saying makes perfect sense, because she's still in the healing period, which means that this other animal is also in the healing period. So what you're saying makes perfect sense. Um, because she would have had to have passed pretty recently to still be in the healing period, because animals tend to get through that quicker than humans. So that is that resonates. That really resonates. Yeah. So it is really hard to get two readings. So Jan is right there. Thank you for the moderating there, Jan. Really appreciate that. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. So Marianne, you will get another reading, but it'll be next month. So this is for Roots who haven't had one, and for Hearts who either haven't had one or need a second one. No, that's fine. That's fine. Always welcome to jump in and ask. You know, you don't get if you don't ask. So absolutely jump in and ask. That's fine. Let's see. Oh, so that actually makes sense for the apology then, of saying she was trying to hold on. So maybe she was a bit in tune with that, trying to hold on for you. That's very yeah, that really resonates. And I hope that I know that it's very emotional, and I feel kind of like, I could cry, but I hope that it's like a positive, mostly a positive emotion with connecting. Kieran, let me just double check. Um, Kieran, you had one yesterday. Are you a heart member? I think you're root. Yeah, Jan, thank you so much. You're really on the ball. Yeah, so Kieran, your next one's next month. It's one per month for root and two per month for hearts. Yeah, but I did really want to get across that it wasn't like she felt bad, but she still felt like she needed to say sorry. So, yeah, really nice emotional kind of thing there. Did I do a list? What? Honestly, my New Year's resolution is to be more organised, I think. Um, where's it gone? There we are. So we have Miss Venus. Perfect. So we have Jan next. It's Jan's one for POI. So we'll just reread your message to try and make sure I'm honing in on, more to the point of what you want. Let's see. Channeling from POI will focus on subconscious, unconscious, and emotions. Okay, so you're just kind of trying to, instead of it being everything lumped in, we're separating the conscious, subconscious things that are a little bit more earthly from the higher self. Okay, so let's see about that. John. Okay, so this is John's one here. My connection with M is easy. I don't see it as being special or long-term or romantic. It's different than a simple friendship connection. but not different like a girlfriend. I can't explain it. There is something there that I find calming in some way, or easy. Or easy is a better word. I don't seem to do wrong in her eyes. I'm not held accountable. It's easy. We make up easily. With you, I feel like I always owe you something. I have a responsibility and have to be accountable for my actions and absence. With her, it's dull and not going anywhere. But with you, I'm scared of messing up or hurting you. Although the reward, the good times, they're so much better with you. I do love you. I know that I do. And that's a word I'm not using lightly. With you, I could see a future and a real long-term thing. But I feel I need motivation and energy to hold it together. To do whatever you need me to. And at the end of the day, to be who you deserve, because you deserve the world. So that was John. Moving on to Jasmine, I think. We don't have anybody else in. Well, this is going to be a quick stream, which is fine. This is the third stream of the day, so that's totally fine. And of course, Jasmine, you would have a second one, I believe. It's Jasmine who needs a second one. I literally wrote it down 2 seconds ago and I can't remember. So yeah, oh yes, Jasmine, you could have a second one. We'll just read these here. You're very welcome, Miss Venus, of course. I'm glad that brings joy and peace. Yeah, I definitely think it was a lot more about laying out his emotions and reasoning than any plans or intentions. I definitely get that. But to be fair though, in hermit mode that makes sense. If he wasn't in hermit mode, then maybe we could expect more in terms of actions and intentions. But it was definitely more about an explanation of feelings, I would say. It was much more an explanation of feelings than, it was how he feels about her, how he feels about you, and the difference between that, and what you deserve. But there wasn't anything like, yeah, like you say, I'm going to step up, I'm going to take action. Definitely no action or intention kind of felt there. Yeah, so we will keep a check, maybe if we can. So obviously it depends on bookings and everything. So I'm sorry, about the timing of things, because it does always depend on bookings. But if we can do the next channeling a little bit sooner, like not at the end of the month, maybe the beginning to middle of January might be beneficial to just check and because that's only a few weeks as opposed to waiting like a whole month or a bit over a month. No, it'd be a whole month. I don't know what I'm saying, but yes. So, does anybody know what 2 p.m. is for you guys? I don't know if you're all on the same time zone, because I know there's different time zones in the US. But if anybody knows what 2 p.m. is, because I'm trying to figure out when the heart crystal ball can be. So I'm having a bit of difficulty with that at the moment. I really want to do it, so I'm hoping. I will just really try to squeeze in like at 8 p.m. one day, even if I can only do 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours is that's fine for Hot because there isn't many people on it, so that's fine. And we'll do my best with that. Um, yeah, 2 p.m. my time. I think it's like 11 a.m. for you, if I'm not mistaken, but it depends. I think that's EST. It's 11 a.m. So it depends if yours is. What time zones do you have? Have EST, I think. I check time zones almost every day and I cannot get my head around remembering them. Okay, but I will get on with Jasmine. If anybody does know that and if they would be, because it could be a Sunday. So if it was 2 p.m. my time on a Sunday, that might be 11 a.m. on the Sunday for you. If it's Sunday, it might work if you guys aren't busy, like 9 to 5 kind of busy, you know. Um, oh, it's 9 a.m. Um, yeah, so it's if you want to get up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday. Oh, it's 8. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, well, I will keep checking about where I can fit in like an 8 then, and we'll see what we can do. I'm just replying to a message. There will be a moment, Jasmine. Okay, so I guess I'm going with Jasmine now. Anything after 3 p.m. for me is easy for you to make. Yeah, and I kind of do try to stick to that unless it's something, that's not super important, like a pendulum. I usually do that a bit earlier, but wipe my lipstick off then. Yeah, so yeah, I need to keep. I just need to like keep it in my mind, like the time zones. I just have it up on like a huge poster in my room. Okay, so Jasmine, let's get on with Jasmine. And I think you wrote a bit of a message. What you were thinking. What's going on? Oh, I just read Miss Venus's one. Christmas ornament with her sweet little face and beautiful lighted frame pictures. That's beautiful. I missed that. Um, oh yeah, if he's still planning on making our relationship manifest in the physical and what's going on in his head, is there a future for us? Okay, I just wanted to check that. This is Jasmine's here. All I can say is sorry for my delay. A relationship with you will be perfect. The last thing I want to do is play mind games with you, because that's already happening in my current relationship. In my subconscious mind, I see what's going on, and it helps me to pull away. But in my conscious mind, I kind of have the wall pulled over my eyes. I don't want you to be my escape or my rebound. I want to do things properly. I hope I can, and I hope I don't take too much time. I know in my soul that you can't wait forever, and I don't expect you to. If I come back after you've moved on, it's my own fault, but it's the last thing that I want. So it's looking like, Jasmine, we could do your second one today and finish there. I'm sorry, I know. They come through so emotionally and I'm kind of getting used to it. But I really do empathise with it, of course. What does Caden mean when he isn't using the word love lightly? And when he was talking about me deserving a lot, was it him thinking I deserve better than him, or just that I'm too demanding and want too much? Yeah. So with the one, he doesn't use love lightly. That's because he's saying that he loves you in this expression, and he wants to like emphasize that. It's just emphasize how much love he has for you. So that's what that one is. But better than him, or just that I'm too demanding. At the end of the day, to be who you deserve, because you deserve the world. But I feel I need motivation and energy to hold it together, to do it. How it comes across to me is it's more about, yeah, there's definitely an energy of you're too demanding, but that's because of his low motivation and low energy for the situation and for relationships. So what you're kind of demanding is probably not a crazy amount in terms of like a normal relationship, but because he's in this energy where he feels like he can't accommodate that or meet you at that level, it comes across as a lot like that to him, if that makes sense. But yeah, he's definitely saying, it definitely feels like he's saying that he wants to be what you deserve, but it's just a recognition that you deserve more than, like, that connection with where everything's quite easy. It feels like if they fall out, it's kind of like, there doesn't need to be this big explanation or this big apology. They just kind of get back to it because it's more of kind of like a friendship thing. I know he's saying it's different than a friendship, but still not romantic. It's kind of like, it's easy, like you said, it's easier, but for you it's like, he feels like he needs to give these explanations, he feels like he needs to apologise a lot, and he's just kind of low energy and low mood for doing that, for meeting you there. So Jasmine, I think he said spirit guides, whatever comes through, okay. Yeah, so if you ever want the message checked up, sorry, I'm just getting comfortable here. If you ever want the message checked up, just message me on wherever we chat, so Discord for Jasmine. Just message me there, because I need the notification off stream, otherwise I will just forget. I'm too forgetful. Pooja, hello and welcome. How are you? I hope you are well. So Pooja, as a root chakra member, you get one channeling a month. So you had yours yesterday. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. So it's heart chakras that get two. So we're just going to finish on Jasmine's last one. So yeah, sorry Jasmine. So Spirit Guides, you're saying whatever comes through, it's reassuring and heartbreaking at the same time. Yes, I know. I think Jan, I also think as well though, the kind of like the effort that he's going on about, like this kind of demanding effort kind of thing. It's not really about you, it's more about him. I think in a normal relationship where someone's kind of feels in the headspace and in the kind of the higher energies, you might say, to kind of maintain and be in a relationship, that would be normal. I don't think there'd be any um, issue with anything you want, but it does feel like it's because of that energy. It's almost like this heavy energy on him. Almost like, because a relationship, it does take energy and effort to maintain a relationship, because when you fall out, when you have disagreements, you have to work through that, of course. But generally, from day to day, like most of the time, it's good. It's not effort. There's no effort, but it's to him, it just seems that way, I guess. Um, yeah. So we'll get on with Jasmine's now. Oh, Jasmine. So seeing that, does he consciously think our relationship will be perfect, or just his higher self? I do feel like it's higher self and subconscious more so, but I do feel like there has been thought about that. Like, it might not be to the extent where he's consistently thinking it's perfect, but I definitely think that there's a comparison between where he is now and where he could be with you. I definitely think there's positive comparison on your side in the conscious mind, but saying like perfect, I think maybe that, because perfect's a very um, it's very decided and strong word, to call something perfect. I feel like if that was in the forefront of his mind all of the time, it possibly could give him more like drive to actually, meet you where you are and things like that. But I would definitely say he's thought about it. In the conscious mind, like the comparisons of how much more positive he feels it would be. But yeah, sorry, I'll continue with this because I just keep looking at the chat. 6 a.m. Okay, okay. Okay. So I'm just going to read Jasmine's. I will check the chat in a moment, but I'm just going to read this message. It's pretty interesting. um, again, so with a lot of spirit guide channelings lately, I've noticed it does feel much more like the spirit team is coming through, like I'm getting a message, but there's no one really specific sometimes. But here I am feeling your fae coming through a bit more, which is quite common with you as well. With when I'm channeling with you, I feel like she kind of resonates with me and kind of comes forward a little bit. But just wanted to mention that. Always like to mention if there's a specific type of being or a specific one who's coming forward more. So, but it says, so do not take your eye off of the goal of working in the spiritual field. We need you and we believe in you. However, we see a sooner opportunity of accumulating more abundance coming up. So sooner opportunity. And I'm guessing they're like a 2 to 3 month kind of time frame. You will find this opportunity online. Do not hesitate and go for it. We are also focusing on your crown chakra to keep your higher senses active. Keep taking notes from signs and symbols, especially in dreams. And then also, this is more of a giving you like a practical thing to do, which I found very interesting. It does happen. They do give practical things to do, and I always really appreciate channeling that. There is a green crystal. So I think there is a green crystal, and I was really trying to hone in on if this is a green crystal you already own, or if they're saying you'll like come across and be drawn to this green crystal. Because they just said there is a green crystal. I'm leaning more towards you already own it, but yeah, if you don't, maybe it's something you're going to be drawn to in this like kind of chapter. There is a green crystal. Hold it in meditation, and we will channel a short mantra to you for your own personal use. It will be a vibration for emotional healing. You can use it on yourself and others when in an emotional state. If you feel you'll forget it outside of the meditative state, please record it. So make sure if you do feel like you might, because it's a mantra, it might not be an English word, like a word that we'd usually speak. So, like me personally, I probably would record it. So what they're saying is it's a vibration for emotional healing. So you're going to come through with a mantra. It's going to be quite short, but the vibration of that word or that phrase is going to be emotional healing, specifically emotional. So if someone's going through something, if you're going through something yourself, it's all about that. It's all about the emotional healing. So I thought that was really interesting. I hope you keep me updated if you do that practice. And when you get the mantra, I hope you do keep me updated with that, because I would love to know it. I would love to. Isn't my Moldavite crystal? It's green, a glowing green colour. I think it's part of the meteorite family. I wear it all the time. Interesting. When I was writing it, I was feeling Moldavite, but I tried to separate what I'm thinking in my like normal mind and what's coming through the channeling. So I didn't write Moldavite because I was like, I think that's me. So that's really interesting that you said that. So I'm going to give me a moment. I'm going to try to put them together and see if that was more. Maybe I wasn't trusting my own guidance there. Yeah, and I'm seeing it as well. It's because it's more of that deep green, like dark green, isn't it? It's not like that kind of aventurine kind of green, or like jade. Well, some jade's quite dark, like a Moldavite colour. But yes, I'm guessing a yes. I'm going to write Moldavite there as well, just as like a note, even though I don't really come back to these unless someone asks for them written up. So it's always good to make a note just in case you do want. Oh, you said you do want it written up. So yeah, let's see. Let's see these messages here because I think there's some support going on. I hear you, Jan, and unfortunately actions speak so loud and he doesn't even need to talk to communicate his level of unreadiness and unwillingness to commit himself to you, and frankly himself, he needs to, yeah, he definitely needs to grow up because I really feel like it's definitely, it's definitely disheartening for like, you know, this, I recognise that this connection I'm having with this other person isn't going anywhere and probably isn't going to be romantic. Um, but it's just easy. It's like I'm coasting with this relationship, so I'm kind of staying there. It's very, despite, you know, the nice things that go through his mind about you, it is the actions, you know, like Miss Venus is saying. Absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, just reading back through the he doesn't actually say demanding. He doesn't say you're demanding. He's talking about his feeling like there's a responsibility and accountability. So it's definitely not. So I feel like you're expressing it like he's saying you have a problem, like you're demanding. But the way I feel, it's more like he doesn't want any responsibility or accountability. So it's all on him. It's like to me, it's like you want the normal level of expectation of a relationship, like apologizing, explaining why you haven't spoken all day and things like that. But he feels like that's too much responsibility, and he doesn't want the accountability. So it's not like you're up here demanding, and he's at the normal level thinking you're too high. You're at the normal level, he's too low. That's what it really is. So just want to express that even coming from his like emotions, still feel this recognition that it's on his side and not yours. So just hope that you do at least have that. Yeah, you know, they have the potential to be, because that's the higher self. Yeah, I really agree with what Miss Venus is saying, and this is why I know Jasmine's spoken about this as well. I believe when you're especially excuse me, especially when you can do this with any connection, of course, but especially when you're on the twin flame journey, I really appreciate the kind of notion of give yourself a time period, and if nothing changes by that time period, move on. I think that's really important for twin flames so that they're not um, chasing for too long. Not, so they're not spending too much of their time chasing when this person's never going to meet them. So, you know, I'm not saying give up right now or anything like that, but definitely give yourself like a time frame and say, if he hasn't stepped up by this time, I will just move on, because you have to be fair to yourself as well. And you know, I really agree with what Miss Venus is saying there. Yeah. Yeah, what would happen if Jan focused on someone else until he got himself together? It's a really valid question, you know, because with people like that, or not a lot of people like that, maybe that's unfair to say, because, like, you know, I'm not saying anything negative about him as a whole person. I just think that his um, attitude towards relationships at the moment is very kind of dismissive, like he doesn't really care. Um, if Jan focused on someone else, yeah, and it's like if he's going to take, like, let's say he's going to take like a year. until he rarely gets himself together, and he's just going to delay and delay and delay and be hesitant. If Jan got in a relationship and it lasted like 7, 8 months, something like that, there's always a chance that he would come back. But there's also a chance that you get a better relationship where someone treats you better, and yet they might not be a twin flame, but they might be a soulmate, or they might be a higher vibrational soulmate. So I just think as well, you should always know that you have options. You have options, and it's not like your only path, you know? I think that's also important to note. Yeah, he wants all the benefits of zero effort, and that's called entitlement. And I definitely think that part of it does come from the low moods and the kind of more. I mean, I don't want to diagnose anyone, but depression kind of energy, not like that really low energy. But that's still not. It's still not an excuse for how you treat other people. You know, he could still be as open to the extent that he wants to be, and yeah, it's definitely is entitlement. Yeah, I'm definitely worried. I'm definitely worried in a way about the ending because we ha- we've had ups and downs of how that looks, but at the same time, I don't know. The focus on you guys, you two, is a bit more important, of course. But also, like, going into a hermit mode as well, like, it can be beneficial for your own, like, mental health and growth and, like, introspection and reflection. But if you're going to go into it, because he's done this before, if you're going to go into it and not do enough introspection and reflection, what's he really getting out of it? All he's getting out of it is distance from people, maybe charging his social battery a bit and things like that. But he's not really. It's the opportunity. Hermit mode is the opportunity to do the introspection and reflection, and he's not really doing it. That's the thing. Oh no, Jasmine, don't say that. I mean, I understand exactly where you're coming from, but when you say could be years the way he's going, I'm like, no, don't say that. We mustn't say that. Um, he's diagnosed with depression. Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Like it does really come through. I don't like to use like medical terms on stream unless, well, like you say, you've told me now, so I can. But that low mood energy, it does come through a lot, and that's the thing with the hermit mode as well. It's like he's just going into it because he's feeling depressed and there's no real introspection there. Then yeah, it could just keep happening, and that's really really unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, I agree with what Miss Venus is saying there, asking what your higher self wants, because the thing is that we all have these different elements and aspects to our life path as well, and sometimes if we're having trouble on the love path, sometimes you just shift your focus to like the work path, the money path, friendship path, like any kind of different path, a spiritual path, any path that's not the love path, just for a little bit. And that can really help as well because we can obsess over our love path. We can like obsess or get worried or overthink about our love path. And sometimes just completely pivoting to a different aspect of the life path completely. Not even like going to find someone else to get over them or anything like that. Just completely focusing on a different path. Sometimes that's a good option as well. Yeah, and the things like this, so what Miss Venus is saying, it can turn into negative. Absolutely, it's like you know, and it can happen for the positive as well. It's like last September, it was very, very prominent that Miss Venus and Omar were going to break up, and they completely pivoted away from that and changed that for more positive. They stayed together for longer. So it can happen for the positive as well. You know, things can change for the positive, but unfortunately, it can happen for the negative. Energies can shift to the negative, and that's very unfortunate. Yeah, the focus should be on the non romance, because and it rarely helps as well, because you're building up like different parts of the chakras, like for example the sacral, your creativity in the sacral instead of your intimacy, your self-love in the solar plexus and things like that. You're building up different parts of your system and your energy, and like vibrating highly for other reasons, not because, oh, I feel elated from this love path, or I feel elated from this connection. It's all about what you're doing for yourself, so that's really good. Yeah, I get what you're saying, John. Like but it is really because you're like really pretty much very focused on that love path. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could try it. It's worth a try. To focus, but it's up to you. Like, of course, like, you know, digest the information that came through. Have a think about you know, see how you're feeling. Could do some streams to help with that. To help with shifting to a different path. Streams to help with shifting to a different path. Is that the question? So, and I also wanted to note as well. So, I did that post about things that still have to come in terms of streams, but I'm also doing a meditation, a mediumship meditation, and that's not going to be live. Or if it's live, I won't reply to the chat. It will be a full meditation where I don't have interruptions. About mediumship, it's about connecting with like past loved ones. So I'm going to do that. Jasmine requested that. And I am going to do it. It's been in the back of my mind for a long time, but I keep meaning to do it. So I'll also be doing that this month. Um, Refocusing. Okay, yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so you still want to be set on the path. You don't want to shift from it, but you just want to focus on something else while that's in the background, because we're on one path. Like, I'm really focused on my love path, my work path's in the background, so we just want to kind of refocus. Yeah, that makes sense. Just staying on the path but not being obsessed. Yeah. Yeah, it's an important point as well that the twin flame journey is not just one lifetime. We don't all meet our twin flames in this lifetime, and ignorance is bliss. For some people, I'm sure it's a blessing to not go through that. But yeah, absolutely, it can be lifetimes as well. Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense to focus on that one area where you're feeling quite unsatisfied, and it's really nice to read that everything else is like pretty great for you. That's really good. Um, that's really nice to know. I wish that all of our aspects of all of our life paths could be perfect, and we could just come on here and brag to each other about how perfect our lives are. That would be amazing. Yeah, I will make a note. So I'll make a note about doing refocusing on the love path, not the love path, just path in general. Um, Refocusing, yes, could be very beneficial to a lot of people. Yes. Miss Venus is just putting us a lot of useful information here. When we get caught up in the energy of frustration, we lower our vibration. Um, yeah, it is true. I mean, it's always you're always welcome to feel into that for a little bit and kind of sit with that, but definitely don't keep yourself there. Definitely make sure you're doing something to rise yourself back up, raise those energies back up, and really make sure you are doing that. So coming up, there's just a crystal ball stream scheduled. It is early, I know. Don't worry if you can't make that one. That's just a normal, like, subscriber crystal ball. Might be pretty hectic. I don't know. Given the time of it. Don't worry if you can't make that one. I'm doing what I said I was going to do. So the next candle wax reading, I'm I'm not really sure when that will be because if I have a later gap to squeeze something into, I'm going to prioritize the heart crystal ball. So that might shift the candle wax reading to January, but we'll see. We'll see. It might not. It's just obviously we're going to be spending some time with our families coming Christmas. So we'll see about that. But I'm going to prioritize the heart crystal ball as the one it's like first choice for a late stream, so you guys can all make it. I've lost some of my posts. Oh no, there it is. So a heart crystal ball, a candle wax reading, and anything else. And someone said release. So one thing that we're going to do is the release for the new year. So we are going to do the release for the new year. Is there a good time for anyone? Because, you know, it's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve may not be a great time for everyone because you might be doing something with family or friends or something like that. So it's going to be maybe the day before New Year's Eve or something like that. I don't know. If you have like a good time, like time that you guys think would be good, I would really appreciate to know that. Aries, did you have one last time? Because I was just about to jump off. I did say I was going to finish just after 10. I want to see, I didn't want to like rush it, if that makes sense. I didn't want to rush the channeling. I can't find the list again. I'm gonna keep tapping to. There we go. Yeah, I haven't had one. Okay, let me just. Oh, because yeah, I need to do another. Okay, well, I'm going to try not to rush it because of the time, but I will do it, so I'll do that now. But I am going to do it and then jump off. So if anyone does have any like final words or any suggestions or anything like that, please do message me off stream for that. And I will get to this now. But yeah, you're still very welcome, of course, to chat in the chat. Just with how I am for time, I'm going to like try and make sure I get this done now. But you're very welcome to keep chatting in the chat, of course, and to message me off stream if you need me. Okay, so this is Aries here. I feel a push and pull. I'm uncertain. I don't doubt that I love you, but I do doubt if I'm good enough and if this is my right path. You're a blessing to my life, and I can't lose you. But I also feel like I don't know how to keep you, or how to keep you happy. I don't know how to treat you properly. You're worth so much, and I feel I always make the wrong moves. I hope we spend a lot of time together on the holidays, and I hope time and time again we get And I hope time and time again we get back together and I grow somehow, in some way. I do try. I just give up at times. But I can always pick up where I left off and try again. I know that's not romantic, but perseverance must mean something. I really do love you. So that was Aries there. Just reading these here for a moment before I do jump off. I am jumping off, guys. Yeah, I kind of agreeing with the masculine thing here. Yeah. Thank you for moderating, John. I don't remember the list or anything from yesterday. Yeah, okay, so Aries, that was your first one, wasn't it? Aries, are you hot? No, I can't remember. It's because I don't see Aries anymore, I can't remember. But so Aries got one. Okay, so Goody. Um, yeah, I'm jumping off now. I have to go. But I'll put you down here. You haven't had one yet this month, so I will have to do another one. I'll have to schedule another one, even if it's a kind of bad time and people have to have timestamps. I'll just have to do that. So I've noted you down here, Goody, but I'm jumping off now. Been on here for it's only been an hour and a half, okay, but I have to be off by after 10. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Miss Venus that the more we work on ourselves, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, totally agree with what you said there, absolutely. You're welcome, Aries, of course. So, Goody, get in touch with me outside of stream, and I will see if I can plan the next challenge for a time that's good for you, since you need one. And I will get in touch with a few more people, like Roots that haven't had one, and Hearts that haven't had two yet. Um, I will get in touch with some people like that, and we'll schedule the next channeling stream to catch up for any Roots and Hearts. So yeah, sorry that you just called me as I'm leaving, Guzzy. But do message me off stream. Please do make sure that you do that. So, and I'm sorry to cut the chat here. I'm sorry to cut the chat here. You're very welcome to chat on Discord. We can have conversations like this on Discord. So I'm really trying to get the Discord going at some point. I know people will be quite busy this month, maybe seeing family with holidays and things. But maybe in January we can do it if anyone has any more time. Because we can talk about things like this and we can just, vent our frustrations and talk about things like this. This time will be okay. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, just shoot me a message. So definitely get it done and get it scheduled. But yeah, it'd be really nice to see you soon, Goody. So love, light and blessings to everybody here. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you got something from your channeling, even if you didn't necessarily enjoy it, because sometimes it can be not the best thing that comes. Blessings. I really hope to see you all soon.